The importance of finding your niche. Hi, I'm Samantha Studebaker Carl, and this is, I think, the third or the fourth video in our series of how to turn your passion into profit. And so this video is going to be all about finding your niche, and it's really super important that you pick a niche that is going to be something that you can actually get found online for. Okay, so let me just kind of give you an example of what I'm talking about here. Is that if you were to say have an interest in cooking or automotive or dogs or something like that, and you just started putting up all these random videos, one day you talked about baking chicken, and then the next day you talked about making pasta, and then the next day you talked about your favorite kitchen tools, or those sorts of things. Or maybe if you're in the auto industry, maybe one day you talk about Mustangs and the next day you talk about Lincolns. Then you're going to have a much more difficult time being found on the internet than if you if you spend some time finding the appropriate niche for you. Okay, so what happens is that people will come online and do a search, and whatever it is they're looking for something very, very specific. And so if all you're doing is talking about cooking in general, or auto in general, or dogs in general, you're not as likely to get found as you are if you were to say how to make the best chocolate chip cookies with no eggs. That's very specific, right? Or how to change your Mustang's tire on the side of the road, okay? Or how to trim your German Shepherd dog's toenails, okay? So we're getting very, very specific, okay? So one of the things that I learned, a while back is that if you are just throwing out a bunch of information that is not targeted in any way, it's not a specific niche, then you're not going to have the success that it is that you want. And obviously you want to be very successful because you want to be able to generate a full-time income talking about the things that you're passionate about, right? So what we're going to talk about today is kind of how to narrow down your niche. Now, the most important thing that you need to kind of think about is where is your interest? Where do they lie? What is it that you feel like you could talk about pretty significantly or pretty frequently over time? Because like we were saying in the previous video, is that you're going to have to create multiple videos in order to have this kind of have traffic accumulate and have your success become what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, my brain's not working, but the point is it kind of accumulates. You build momentum by continually creating more and more videos. More and more traffic comes. More and more people will see your link, and you have many more opportunities to make income. Okay, so what you need to do is, let's just say that your topic is cooking. Okay, you really like cooking. But if you were to just go do a search online and you typed in cooking in the the Google search or in YouTube search, you're going to have like 3 billion things that are going to come up for cooking. However, if you were to do a search specifically for, like we were talking about before, chocolate chip cookies made with no eggs, you're going to find a lot less videos or blog posts or whatever. They're going to share that information. So what you want to do is you want to narrow down your topic idea, okay? So if you are into cooking, think about the things that you really, really, really like cooking, okay? Do you really like cooking chicken? Do you like cooking like Italian style? Do you like Cajun style? Do you like barbecuing or smoking? Or, what is it that you feel like you could do at least, let's just say, off the top of my head, I'm just going to say, let's just say 20 videos to start out with. Okay? If you can think of a very narrow topic that you can still do quite a few videos with, you're kind of going in the right direction, okay? And so if we were talking about smoking, okay, let's just say that here's kind of the reason why, okay? We kind of talked about this a little bit in the first video about becoming the expert for your industry, okay? So it would be really hard for you to be the top expert online for cooking, right? But you could become the expert on chocolate chip cookies, or you could become the expert on smoking, or, you know, one of those kinds of things, okay? So if you were to decide that you wanted to share with people, you know, all of your tips for smoking chicken, or smoking a roast, or, you know, just any kind of smoking, you could even narrow it down a little bit and be like charcoal smoking, or smoking with, you know, briquettes. What do they call those? The wood briquettes. Or you could talk about smoking with an electric smoker, or smoking with a, you know, whatever, okay? A brick oven smoker, you know, whatever. Something along that lines. You want to kind of get real narrow so that people will find you, okay? Hopefully you're getting the idea with this. And actually what we'll probably end up doing is we'll talk a little bit more later in this series about how to kind of search through different niches. And here's an idea while I've got this on the top of my head. Go to your local bookstore, or go to your local, you know, CVS or Walgreens or something like that, and go to where they have all the magazines up on the wall, and start looking for the ones that you're the most interested in, okay? So like if you're really interested in cooking, I want you to go to the section that's all about cooking. You're going to find like 1,000 different magazines on cooking. I want you to kind of look at them and say, okay, how is this magazine specialized? Because basically what you want to do is you want to specialize. You want to be the expert for your specific topic, and so go find a magazines that do that. And here's another example completely on not cooking, but on another thing. Is it's like if you're into like alternative living, or, you know, homesteading or something like that along that lines, if you go look on the magazine rack for all those different magazines that are related to that, you'll find that there'll be, you know, very specific ones, like Mother Earth News, and I think there's one called Grit or something like that, and then there'll be one that'll be about, you know, vegetable gardening for the homesteader, or there'll be, you know, raising animals for food, or, you know, it has all these little you know, long-term, or not long-term, but like, you know, deeper into the topic kind of niches, if you will. And that's what you want. You want to be those deeper niches. You don't want to be the broad topic, you want to be the narrow topic, okay? And the reason why is because you want to be able to be found, okay? So if you're doing videos that are very, very specific on a very specific topic, and you're doing a series of videos of all the different things related to that one very narrow topic, you're going to be found a whole lot easier. You're going to be able to make money a lot easier. You're going to find products to sell easier. It's all just going to be easier all the way across the board. So start thinking about your topic. Go to the store, find some magazines, get some ideas in your head, because if you can find a magazine about it, and it's, you know, not one of those ones you see on the New York Times bestseller list or whatever, but, you know, those little niche magazines that talk about very specific things. That is going to give you some ideas of things you can do videos about, okay? So, let's see, where are we at with this? I think that's pretty much it on, you know, really getting narrow on your niche, and we can talk more about, you know, kind of doing a little bit more specific research online for that, you know, in a later video. But for right now, just get going making some videos. Just start. You know, in the last video we talked about, you know, just popping your phone up or getting one of those little flip cams or whatever. Just start making some videos. Just remember to keep your topics really narrow and on, you know, kind of a list of in a very specific narrow niche, okay? So, and in the meantime, while you're doing that, go ahead, click the link below this video, because what you're going to do is you're going to get set up with the tools that you need in order to start making money online, even if you haven't found products related to your niche yet. We're going to talk about that later on, but for right now, go ahead and get set up with the tools that I mentioned before, so that you can instantly, as soon as you get some videos up, you can just say at the end of your video, like we talked about in the previous one, you can say, hey, if you'd like to learn how to make money talking about the things that you're passionate about, click the link below and learn how you can do that today. You know, something along that line. Just say something very, very simple. Just like in my other videos, I say basically the same thing. If you would love to just sit here out in the, I know I'm not outside right now, but in my other videos I talk about being outside because I do a lot of videos outside, and you know, I spend a lot of time outside, so I talk about that. And I'm like, hey, you know, if you want to learn how to do this, you want to learn how you can share your passion with the world and earn an income too, click the link below. That's all you gotta say, guys. This is so simple. You share your passion, you talk about the things that you really like, and then you tell people to click the link below, and when they do, they land on, they go to an opt-in page, they go to the landing page, and then they will purchase the tools that I'm telling you to purchase right here so that you can earn some income from that tool suite. So with that, guys, that's it for this video. Click the link below, get set up with your tools, and then the next video we're going to talk about, let me see here, we're actually going to talk about setting up your capture page, setting up your landing pages, and getting all that ready to go so that as soon as you make your first video, you'll be able to be set up in a profitable position. So with that, guys, have a great day. We'll see you in the next video. If you've got questions, hit me up on Facebook. You can find me just by searching for Samantha Studebaker Carl, or go back to your email where you got this video, and I'm sure that I'll have a link in there for you to connect with me. And of course, if you're seeing this video because you're on someone else's list, you know, get back with them, ask them questions, because they've already set all this up so that you can be in here too, and you're doing the exact same thing. So with that, have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.